Lesson 9.7, cofunction equations. So not only are we talking about cofunctions, but now we're talking about how to deal with them in equations so that we can solve for x and then get the angle measurements. So just a reminder that cofunctions, they're functions that go together. They're trig functions that make complementary angles, which add to 90 degrees. They're going to be equal when the angles are complementary. So again, this picture here, this is my angle theta. This other acute angle has to be 90 minus whatever this is because these two always add to make 90. I labeled my sides, and then I wanted to give an example of like sine from this angle would be opposite over hypotenuse, b over c. Cosine from this angle would be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is also b over c. So it's almost like I'm doing a substitution where because these things both equal b over c, I can set them equal to each other saying, okay, well then sine has to equal cosine of 90 minus that angle. So that's kind of what our first equation looks like, right? Sine of something equals cosine of something. That's what we're doing. But again, we're not saying they equal each other. We're saying they are complementary angles, which equal 90. So all I have to do is say that this angle plus this angle will equal 90 degrees because it tells me the angles are represented in degrees. And remember, cosine and sine of something, that's the degrees. So we're just solving. 10 plus 1 is 11x. 1 plus 12 is 13. Subtract 13 from 90. That would be 77. And divide by 11. Now be careful, that's not the angle measurements. That's simply what x is. That needs to get plugged back into here. So I would have 10 times 7, which is 70, plus 1 is 71. So it's a sine of 71 degrees. And the other one would be 7 plus 12, which is 19. And so that's having a triangle that's something like, ooh, that is not very good proportional-wise. Let me make it. Let's say this is the 71 and this is the 19. See how they'll add to make 90? And it doesn't matter which one you call angle 1 and which one you call angle 2. But sine of this angle is going to be the same ratio as cosine of this angle. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, number 2. So this happens also with secant and cosecant. They're cofunctions. So I want to take these angles and I want to make them to where they add to equal 90. 7x plus 20 equals 90. Subtract 20 from 90 is 70 divided by 7 is 10. So again, that's just what x is. Plug it in. So 3 times 10 is 30 plus 37 would be 67. And then 4 times 10 is 40 minus 17 would be 23. Okay, and that's it.